Islanders, there was big news from Carnival Cruise Line yesterday as they named Gwen Stefani the godmother of the Carnival Jubilee. There was a large group of Carnival cruisers who were excited about this news. She is an American icon, but there was also a large number of cruisers who said, I really thought it would be someone else from somewhere else. We will discuss that story on the show today. We're also discussing this story. The government of the Bahamas institutes a second tax already for cruisers and cruise lines this year. They say cruise lines are making their private islands too big. They're investing too much money in their private islands, and they are visiting their private islands too often. Wait until you hear what the Bahamas Financial Secretary has to say. We'll share a quote that will open up our eyes. And finally today, everyone wants a great cruise deal. Amanda and I are asked at least a dozen times a day via email, do you have any deals? Do you have any cruise deals? We want to cruise. We have the time off. We're retired, but we want a good cruise deal. I'm going to share an unbelievable cruise deal with you at the end of the show today. Amanda and I are going to take advantage of this deal, and we hope that you do as well. We need some time in the islands, I know. Let's go there now on Island Time. A big happy Friday to all you Islanders. We've made it through the week and we are on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time to relax on the islands together. I hope you're having a great Friday or a weekend if you're watching this on the weekend. We're going to catch up on the latest in cruise news. That's what we do around here. I invite you to subscribe to the channel if you like to stay up to date with everything in cruising and cruise news. Ring that bell to receive notifications when we upload content. Let's get into the controversy really quick. Nothing major here. And there's going to be controversy anytime something like this happens. Of course, we're talking about Carnival Cruise Line announcing Gwen Stefani as the godmother of the Carnival Jubilee. There was a large group of people who were excited about this. Gwen Stefani is a big name. And I must admit that I earned some cultural capital yesterday. I have heard the name Gwen Stefani. I could not name any of the songs that she sang. But once Amanda heard the news and she told me, oh yeah, here's the songs she sings, I knew the songs. I just didn't know that she sang them. There's so many people that are excited about Gwen Stefani being the godmother. She's a good person and what she does. But there's a group of people who thought it should have been someone else. You may be asking why. Why should it be someone else? And these people who have been on social media sharing their thoughts and opinions, as all of us should, they said, you know what? Carnival has done so much for this ship to make it be everything Texas. It's the first new build ship cruising from Texas. They put the Texas star right on the bow to represent Texas. They hand out cowboy hats, encourage you to wear everything Texas. So a lot of Carnival Cruise faithful really thought that someone from Texas would be the godmother of the ship. Kelly Clarkson comes to my mind, and I shared that name yesterday in a few posts online. There was another one that came to my mind. Miranda Lambert was another one that came to my mind. She, I think, is from Texas, and I threw that out there, and within like 5 minutes, there was 30 comments. I see what you did there. Oh, that's a good one, brother. I didn't think about that. I had no clue that Miranda Lambert used to be married to Blake Shelton, and they split, and Blake Shelton is now with Gwen Stefani. So I did not mean anything by that, I promise. In any case, Gwen Stefani will be the godmother of the Jubilee, and Carnival has this to share about this announcement. We are absolutely thrilled to be welcoming Gwen Stefani onto Carnival Jubilee so we can honor her as the ship's godmother. She has demonstrated her commitment to our Carnival values, including promoting diversity and inclusion, supporting charitable causes, being a leader in her field, and of course, having fun. We're excited to be part of this event. This is an invite-only event. We've had a lot of emails from people who live in Texas and they want to go to this event. Don't arrive at the Port of Galveston February the 24th and think that you're going to be able to go to the event. It is a private event. The ship is going to be very busy as she will be in port. Debarkation of guests will take place. Of course, there's going to be a February the 24th sailing where guests get on board. And during all of that transition, there's also going to be the naming ceremony. Amanda and I will be there. We'll bring everything to you. Carnival has also announced that they will go live as well, and you'll be able to watch it. So we're excited about that. Let's move on to this story here. It's tax season. It is. I haven't started on my taxes yet, but it is tax season. And the Bahamas, they're throwing the curveball. They've already thrown one tax at us cruise industry and cruise passengers this year. Now they're throwing another tax, and wait until you hear why. The Bahamas, of course, is a popular destination for cruise ships to go to. There is a significant increase in taxes. Again, I mentioned the first tax earlier that took place on January the 1st. That was a passenger tax. Now there's going to be a new one. The government of the Bahamas is implementing a new tax on private cruise line islands. The cruise lines have been exempt from this over the last 9 years. They've had nothing to worry about, but now the government says, you know what? Your exemption status is done. You are no longer exempt. You are going to pay taxes now on your private islands. We're looking at 10%. And many ask, why now? Why? Listen to what the Bahamas government has to say about why now. The private islands have grown significantly. The private islands are much bigger, much more diverse in their operations, and they actually compete with Bahamas-based businesses for onshore excursions. Yeah, the Bahamas government they've raised their hands. They've admitted that these private islands that cruise lines have poured millions of dollars to is affecting their government. It's affecting their citizens, their tour operators, and understandably so. So they say, we want you to pay a 10% tax starting March the 1st, like in 3 weeks. Now, cruise lines, of course, would love to pass this tax on to you and I, but 3 weeks until this tax goes into place, they may not pass this on to us. They may have to pony up and pay this tax. They are not happy about this. Of course, they're in active discussions about this, a very short time away. We're going to see what cruise lines do and how they respond. But honestly, when you think about this, and you think about the government of the Bahamas, you think about all those who work in tourism, they depend on cruise lines to visit their land, public land, so that they can, of course, generate revenue, so the residents there can make a living. And when you think about all the work that's been done by Royal Caribbean and MSC and Norwegian and Carnival on building and investing in their private islands, and we want to go there, and you're going to have a perfect day when you go there, and you will. But you're not going somewhere where the residents of the Bahamas can benefit, they can make a living. And so honestly, when you think about it, does it make sense? That answer may just be yes. I know we don't like taxes, but this argument here stands up and may be valid here. We'll see what cruise lines do with this tax, but when you argue that the ships are going to these islands and we're not able to make money, we as the government, we as the people, there may be some there, right? Islanders, let us know what you think in the comments section below. I can't leave the show today without sharing this great cruise deal with you. Several of you reach out daily asking for cruise deals. The fact is, cruising is expensive right now. Maybe you have the time off, maybe you're retired, you want to cruise more, but you need a good deal. You can't pay current pricing. Here is a good deal. This is news right here. Norwegian Cruise Line announced that they're bringing the Getaway to New Orleans. It's currently in Europe. It's going to move to New Orleans this fall and have a string of cruises here. Pricing is unbelievable. These are 7-day cruises leaving from New Orleans, going to some of your favorite places, Belize and Honduras and Cozumel and others. Most of the itineraries have 4 stops in 7 days, which is always fun. And the fact that they're bringing the Getaway, a huge ship, a ship with over 40 restaurants, lounges, and bars. You heard that right, over 40. Yeah, you may not have ever cruised Norwegian before, and the thought in your mind is, I'm going to be bored on that ship, but over 40 venues for you to entertain, to be entertained, to entertain yourself. It's great news. Of course, New Orleans just announcing 10 days or 14 days ago, they had a record 2023. Norwegian Cruise Line said, we want some of that. We're going to sell. Yeah, this year, Amanda and I are going to take part in this. There's a huge water park for kids. There's lounges and bars, all kinds of places to eat. And Norwegian Cruise Line is one of those cruise lines that kind of has a package for you. You can get free drinks, and you can get shore excursion credit, and you can get internet, and you can get free airfare for your second guest. All for this one packaged price, right? Listen to these prices. This is the cruise deal. I pulled this one, but there's other ones out there other than this. They have their Free at Sea event. This price is inclusive of drinks, Wi-Fi, shore excursions, specialty dining, all of it. Thanksgiving week, November the 24th. Should be an expensive sailing. 2 people in an interior cabin. Your total is $1,526.80. Yeah, $1,500. 4 people, $1,832. That's the interior cabin. Balcony, 2 people, $2,342.80. And then 4 people, $2,648 for 4 people on Thanksgiving week, including your drinks. Wi-Fi, shore excursion, specialty dining. Get on board Thanksgiving week for $1,500. If you want to book it, let us know, of course. We were hoping to go on the Carnival Jubilee, which we're going to go on the ship 2 or 3 times this year. We're probably going to book this off. We're going to book this offer right here, the Norwegian Getaway from New Orleans over Thanksgiving. Cheap, cheap, cheap. If you're interested, reach out to us. I promise you, these prices will not last very long. Email us, travel@bookislandtime.com. We'll take care of you. Make sure that you get this deal, that you're there in Thanksgiving week. Yeah, we're going to be enjoying it on a cruise ship. Islanders, what do you think about that deal? Even if you don't reach out and book the deal, do you think that's a fair price over Thanksgiving? 7-day cruise, 4 stops, Norwegian Getaway, drinks, Wi-Fi, shore excursion, specialty dining, free airfare for the second guest, even for $1,500. Is that a good deal? Let us know in the comment section below. And let us know if you want us to share more deals like that. Islanders, we hope that you enjoyed the show today. If so, give it a thumbs up, like the video. We hope that you have a great weekend. We'll see you in the comment section below. We'll see you over on Facebook and this weekend right here on Island Time.